In this video, I will show you how to make this beautiful A-line dress with bell sleeves. It is inspired by the ones at the side. Please keep watching. I am Agnes. Welcome to my channel, Sew with Agnes. Please like, please share, and please subscribe to my channel. So I have this. It's a wrapper skirt with a cow neck blouse. So I'll use this to sew the A-line there. You see the belt? And I sew it, close it halfway up. So the blouse, I will use it. I will sew bouquet skirt for it later. So I will use this one to sew the A-line dress. So I folded it. And this is what I will use to sew the yoke, the sleeves, and for the bottom. So I folded it into two to iron neatly. Then I fold again into four. So I'll fold it into four to cut both the back and the front together. It's almost 3 yards and it's Italian satin. So after ironing, I pin it neatly so it can sit well to cut, to mark and to cut. So I have 17 inches. So after folding it into four, by four, it should be okay. So this is the yoke. I folded it into two, then I fold again. So I'll cut both back and front together. And there will be no joining at the shoulders. So my upper is 6 inches. So I'll mark 7 inches. 6 plus 1 inch for joining. I extended the point and I connect them with my ruler. It's a boat neckline. So from the folded end, I marked the shoulder 16 divided by 2, which is 8 inches. So from that 8 inches, I went in by 2 inches. My boat neck is 6 inches wide. So the neck width is 6 inches. Because it's a free dress, I added 2 inches to the shoulders. So instead of 8, I have 10 inches for the shoulder measurement. The neck width is still 6 inches. So the neck depth for the back is 1 inch. I mark it. And the neck depth for the front is 2 inches. I marked and I connect them to the 6 inches. That is the width, neck width 6 inches. On my upper line, which is my chest line, I marked my hip measurement 46 plus 4 inches. 50 divided by 4, I have 12.5 inches. And I marked 2 inches for sewing allowance. To create the armhole curve, I marked the shoulder measurement of 10 inches on the chest line. Then I connect them like so. So before shaping the armhole, I marked the 14.5 inches on the shoulders and connect them. I will shape it out after joining this upper to the main body. I cut out the salvage area and the excess after marking the 14.5 inches. I also cut out the back neckline first. I will cut out the front neckline later. So this is the bodice. I have to pin and align it well before marking. So I draw a straight line after the seam, and from that line I marked 1 inch. I came down by 1 inch. I cut out those first line, the seam, the old seam. So this is how it looks. So I then place the upper, that is the yoke, on top like this, and I pin it. We marked 1 inch, so that's 1 inch line should be on top of the other 1 inch line. That is the 1 inch on the yoke should be on top of the 1 inch at the body. So I pin them together like so. At the bottom as well, I draw a straight line, then I cut out the seam. So this is how it looks. So I'll draw it down. I'll draw the bodies down like so. Then what I have on the chest line, that's 14.5 inches. I'll mark it right through. With a straight free dress. So I'll mark the same from the chest line up to the length, 14.5 inches. And I connected the point with my ruler like so. To create the armhole, I marked the bust point. My bust point is 10 inches. Then I went up by 2 inches, which is now my new chest line. So I extended the point and I connect them with my ruler. So that is my actual chest line, 2 inches up the bust line. Then I connect that 10 inches shoulder measurement on the chest line like so. Now connect, I'll create my curve, more curve like so. I will then cut out now, cut the armhole curve, then the 14.5 inches mark, right down to the length. So after cutting, this is how it looks. I will then remove the pin and I cut the front neckline that is on the yoke. I'll place it like so, then I'll cut it out, the front neckline. I have to align it well. That is the 2 inches front neck depth. this is how it looks. There is no joining at the shoulders, so I'll cut another one to turn the neckline. I'll make it double. After cutting, I remove the pins, then I marked one to serve as the lining. I then place them right sides facing each other, then sew the neckline and top stitch it. Then I close the sides. So this is how it looks. I've sewn them, top stitch the neckline and close the sides. But I noticed that it's, it's not equal. But I will cut out the excess later. I should have cut out bigger fabric. Then after sewing, trim it out, but I will use it like this. So I bring out the main fabric, then I'll place the yoke right sides facing each other for both the back and the front. Then I will sew half inch to join them. So the bodice as it is now from the yoke is 50.5 inches. So I have this to complete the full length, which is 55 inches. It is 6 inches on fold. Then I have two for the back and the front. So I open the bottom like so. Then I'll place it right sides facing each other. Then I'll sew half inch. I'll do the same for the other one. I have joined the yoke to the bodies, and I've also joined the bottom, and I've ironed them neatly. This is how they are looking, neatly done. I will then turn the bodies over to place the back and the front right sides facing each other. Align them well. Then I will sew the 1 inch seam allowance left to close the sides. So after sewing, this is it. I've ironed them neatly as well. I've ironed the seam neatly. Neatly done. I will turn it over again to shape the armhole. So I'll cut out the excess after reshaping it. Just making sure it's okay. The free dress. I'll do the same for the other armhole. So let's work on the sleeve now. So this is what I have for the sleeve. So I wanted to use this particular fabric to sew flared dress. So I've already cut it out as flared, the bottom. This was the bottom. So since I want exaggerated bell sleeve, it's so wide, so I'll use it as it is, and I will fold it into two like so. Then I'll cut it out. I'll use them for the two sleeves. Like I said, I've already cut it out as a flare. So I'll use it. So this is fold one. I fold it again into two like so. So I'll pin from the bottom. I'll pin it around. table for me to measure. So to get the full length of the sleeve, I'll measure from the bottom. I want the sleeve to be 33 inches, so I marked 34 inches. I started to measure from the bottom because I want that fullness at the bottom. So I marked 34 inches from the bottom, then I'll connect like so, and I cut it out. I have to make sure it's correct. 33 plus 1 inch. I have to aim it at the bottom as well. I cut it out. So the upper part will be attached to the armhole, and this side will be on the shoulders. So from that shoulder area, I will close it at some point. So from the bottom, I marked 15 inches. Then from that 15 inches to the top, I will close it by 1 inch. Then on the opening area, I will aim it by half inch up to that other end. So after closing that shoulder area up to the 15 inches, then aim the opening up to the bottom. I iron it neatly and I repeat the same process on the other sleeves. So I'll iron them. This is how they look, neatly done. See the opening. From the shoulders, the closed area is 14 inches, but you can do whatever is okay for you. So to cut this type of flare, you use the formula for half circle, which is 3.142. That is, you measure the armhole plus 1 inch, then you divide it by 3.142. So whatever you have plus the sleeve, then you cut it out. So I have this long seam, so I'll just make use of it. The length of my sleeve, long sleeve, is 20 inches, but I have 33 inches on this one. That is why I gave it that opening, so that my hand will show. So I'll attach the sleeves now. So this is how they are looking. This is the first one. You see the opening. I've also attached the other one. And at the bottom of the dress, I gave it a slit. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.